Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Nikki's News.
Oh, I bet you've missed this. The hard-hitting news of the weekend. In I come, coming in hot.
Yeah, more.
Okay. LA riots have erupted in LA after immigration raids. Los Angeles is experiencing its second day of significant riots, with the National Guard being called in on Saturday night. Everything began, so it kicked off on Friday when Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers executed search warrants at multiple locations, including outside a clothing warehouse in the city's fashion district. A tense scene unfolded outside as a crowd tried to block the agents from driving away. Protests continued over the weekend outside the Federal Detention Center in Los Angeles, which then escalated into full-blown riots.
Not good, is it?
No, it's
Not good.
It seems like it's one thing after another in LA.
Well, in the States at the moment.
America the movie is going off its tits at the moment, and I'm all for it. I've got out a bag of popcorn every day, just watching the news, going, oh, what's next? Because really, it's crazy.
Yeah.
They've gone crazy.
There's 300 soldiers that have just rolled into the centre of LA. 300.
Well, he did say that he was going to kick him out, and he meant it. Could you imagine? I mean, we had that in Victoria during COVID. We had police raiding. If you put something that Dan Andrews didn't like online, you got arrested and chucked in the slammer. So, kind of feels like... But it's not. We were living for fear of our lives because people were coming. Like, we boarded up our windows for my birthday. That's how crazy it was down there. Like, I don't think any other state understands the craziness that unfolded that was COVID lockdown Melbourne 2020. Anyway, so that's what's happening in LA.
I bought up my windows
Meanwhile,
every Saturday night just for parties, just in case.
News stories that you're more familiar with and comfortable to comment on. Daly Cherry Evans, the Maroons captain, has been dropped by Billy Slater ahead of State of Origin 2.
Now, what do you think about this? What do you think about this?
Well, I must say, I don't like anyone getting dropped mid-game. I think that's no good. But his replacement, Tom Dearden, when I was watching him, he was playing sensational during the State of Origin. I said to Dad, who's that dude with the tash? And
He's a good footballer. I'm doubting that.
I don't know what he's like. I don't know if he's good with, team morale. What makes a captain a captain?
Well, he might be captain.
There's no way Dearden will be captain, but that does pose the question, who is going to be the captain? If Daly's not there, and it looks like he won't be, so...
Munster?
Well, Tino?
They reckon Tino's under an injury cloud as well. He came off before the end of the match the other night, and I mean, we don't need that. We missed him all last series, but yeah, maybe money.
Now, hang on, will Reece Walsh be playing in State of Origin 2 now that he's back?
Probably not.
No, because they don't want to beat him up.
Well, Kalen's the fullback, and Reece maybe hasn't been back long enough, although Billy picked Reece ahead of Kalen last year.
Yeah.
But all reports are that Kalen will still be the fullback. Reece won't be there. Ezra is going to come into the extended squad in some capacity.
Okay.
That's what they're saying, but the team has announced Mitch this morning.
9 o'clock?
9 o'clock this morning. So
I'll be watching with bated breath.
Well, we'll bring it to you straight away at 9 o'clock.
We'll
still be on air.
Yeah, you guys can make sense of it for me.
It'll be interesting to see who they're going to make the captain, though.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Moneyman, I'd be happy with Moneyman, but I just don't, he's not even his club captain. What about Harry Grant? He's the Melbourne Storm captain.
Yeah, not a bad pick. Yeah, does Munster need it, or do you need the captaincy next to his name?
Exactly.
Otherwise, just let him off the leash.
Yeah, he's kind of like,
Yeah. Don't burden him with responsibility.
Yeah.
But what makes the captain the captain? They have to be worthy of the hammer. I just think of Captain America, who was worthy of Thor's hammer.
Worthy of the hammer? You think the hammer should be? Yes.
Even I knew what that meant. All right. Okay. Oh, no, not another bad last name.
Right.
Ange Postecoglou.
Perfect.
Did I get... Oh, thank goodness.
They dumped him, did they?
Yes. 16 days after winning the Europa League. And now a theory has emerged as to why Spurs waited till then. Tottenham chairman Daniel Levy axed the boss early on Saturday. It marked exactly 2 years to the day from when the Australian landed the job in North London, signing a 4-year deal at the time, which fans speculate the timing may have been significant in the settlement because, this is the rumour, Postecoglou has pocketed £4 million after being shown the exit door by Levy. How good would that be?
So he gets
you
paid
win.
out 2 years. that what they're
Could
saying?
you imagine? Yes. Could you imagine winning and then getting, well, it's $8.3 million Australian.
That's pretty nuts. You think about that, and I don't think there wouldn't be a non-compete or anything, would there? He can go and get another job. So he's going to pick up $8 million and probably get another $2 million a year job straight away.
I tell you what, if I get
4
kicked
million.
off this show, I'd be very happy with $8.3 million. I'd just go and buy my yacht and set sail.
See you later.
I mean, obviously.
I would not be disgruntled. Oh, by the way, fun fact, what I found out on
you'd
the
have a
weekend.
glancing blow on the way out. You wouldn't be able to help yourself.
Yeah.
I'll give you all the finger, the rude finger.
You say something about a toxic culture.
Yeah. Get
Some
my
bullshit.
McLaren and bugger off.
There'd be something going on.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Then we caught the house on fire. You know, they don't shake hands anymore, so when everyone was down, I went down to introduce myself, stuck my fist out, and I was telling everyone to fist me.
Dumbass Anonymous.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty good on the weekend, although I didn't have a collect on Saturday at the races. That's fairly dumbass. I've got to reassess my betting strategies, I think. Great day, Oaks Day.
You'll lose more than you'll win, Lutzi. Isn't that the...
No, the more you bet, the more you win, I think. So. No, yeah.
What's the thing they have to put at the end of every ad?
Yeah.
Disclaimer, yeah.
Disclaimer sort of thing. Anyway, so that was my dumbass. I was going to get that right by Stradbroke Day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, did you
So
go on the
ju-
weekend, I think? Or
No, but at golf yesterday, one of the guys was saying that they had they were walking across the street and they got a phone call. He got a phone call. It was someone from his work that he works with, but he's walking across the street, looks at his phone and sees who it is and goes, no, I'm not going to take that. Puts it back in his pocket.
Oh, no.
He was in the car. The guy that was ringing him was in the car.
Yeah.
He was walking straight past him.
There's always danger when you're not expecting someone.
No.
We've all done that.
I actually had it yesterday as well. The exact same thing. I was there at a movie premiere and talking to our mate from Showtime who sets up all of our big OB, so our
Rob.
events. And yeah, he'd set up the movie premiere at Mount Gravatt. Talking to him, feel the buzz in my pocket. I look at my watch and it says, it's Lincoln. I'm like, that's my brother. I'm like, I'll give him a call back when I'm finished this conversation. And then, I call him back. And meanwhile, he's texting me going, all right, screen my call, you beep, beep, I can't say. And I'm like, oh, where are you? I look at the photo he sent me. It's a picture of my back. And I turn around and he goes, nah, go and yourself. And he hung up on me. And I went over there. He's like, what, you didn't even tell me you were coming. And I'm like, you didn't tell me you were coming. What are you talking about? We're sitting there having an argument ahead of
Oh,
a chat.
that's a bit unfair.
Yeah.
You were mid-convo. What are you going to do, take the phone over at the person in front of your face?
Well, that's what I said. But in the end, we were two late 30s men arguing ahead of the premiere of How to Train
You
Your
could run
Dragon.
America.
So, why didn't you tell me you were going?
You could run
Oh,
America at that rate.
Yeah, well, a little petty argument. Yep.
Feels a little bit like that. I did do one dumbass thing. It's not funny, though. I just forgot my best friend's birthday. So I'm in
Yeah.
trouble. I'm in
Okay.
big trouble.
That's dumbass. There's got to be a way in this day and age we can keep better tabs on that. They still slip through, don't they? Some of them? Birthdays?
Yeah, because I was away and I literally, now this sounds like I'm making it up, but I'd run out of data because I worked out that prepaid is actually a lot cheaper than being on a business plan, FYI. But it turns me into like a student every now and then. I run out of data. And I'm like, can I have your
That's why there's
Wi-Fi?
no limits. I have to worry about this stuff. That's
Yes.
why it's more expensive. That's how
Yeah,
it works.
I know, but I don't like giving Telstra or Optus or whichever, I'm going to be impartial here, all of my money.
Okay, fair play. But,
So instead I miss my best friend's birthday and I'll die alone.
I've got one thing on my phone where it comes up. It's not at the moment. It just disappears. But usually it comes up on that screen, my screensaver saying it's Mitch Lewis's birthday or whatever.
Yeah, but it's always someone's birthday that you don't care. Like the
Yeah,
other
it's
day,
always
not
someone
that
from
I don't
that's
care,
the
but
thing.
It tells me it's Chris Muckett's birthday from Functionwell. I'm like, well, what am I going to do with that? Like,
Oh, wish him happy birthday.
Well, I did. Happy birthday, Mucky. But
Oh, I
it'd be
feel
better if
bad
it was
now.
my mother.
Yeah, I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like,
You
I
don't
think
want
it's
that.
your Facebook, isn't it? Is it connected to you? I don't know.
That used to help,
It's your Facebook calendar. But yeah, it didn't pop up because I didn't have data, so I got no notifications. And I didn't have my
that's a
moon
new
diary on
problem.
me because I had my ass handbag, which doesn't fit anything in it. You know, my little golden ass that I carry around? Anyway, it sounds...
Well, Dumbass Anonymous, time to get it off of your chest if you want to, bring it to the room. Or maybe, in lieu of what Nikki just said, if you're a tight ass Anonymous. If you're an adult worrying, if you're an adult worrying about credit on your phone.
Have you got Wi-Fi here? I'll just go to Starbucks. And
You know
send
what?
an email.
I feel really stupid when I do that in business class at the airport.
Yeah, I still do that.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
I'm going to need to drop the cone of silence. We're asking for, Dumbass Anonymous. And thanks to Nikki, maybe a little bit of tight ass Anonymous as well. I don't know what's coming down, but we'll find out once we go into the cone.
Right. Yeah, it's crowded in here again with the four of
It
us.
is very cozy. I've got my legs up around my ears. This is like the most twisted
See, I'm behind
game
you.
ever.
Oh, I can't see anything. Because I'm behind you.
Well, I'm right.
I know. And
Lutzi, I can see it all.
You see?
yeah, you like it in the front. You were, what were you in your rowing days?
The
Cox.
Yeah, you yelled out at everyone.
Yeah.
You were the cock's head.
Are they at the front or the back? Front.
At the front.
At the front. Right where he likes it. Mitch likes being underneath us all and we stomp all over him.
Yeah, it's weird how he gets.
Like
He gets
that.
into some sort of like straddle position, like a.
I get too ready too
remind me-
quickly.
You remind me of a spider.
Thank you.
Anyway,
What dumbass do we have
who's
on the
joining us?
line?
Well, you got to introduce yourself. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. What kind of anonymous are
No,
we
you
looking
got
for?
to do. You got to do the.
You got to do the thing.
Yeah, do the thing. My name's blah blah, and I'm a dumbass.
My name's Lacey, and I'm a dumbass.
yeah, good morning.
Hi, Lacey.
On Thursday last week, one of my Alexandrian parrots managed to escape out the back door. And we had put up a bunch of posts on Facebook saying he was missing. And I had someone recommend this company to me that apparently could find him, and they did drone services, and they would contact all the local vets and RSPCA and all that. And it was over the span of 2 days, they had managed to scam $600 out of us.
Oh dear. And where was your bird the whole time?
The cheeky bugger had managed to fly from Kapira to Oxley.
Oh, okay. So legit had escaped. I thought you were going to say, it was in my cupboard the whole time.
Yeah.
So he actually got out the back door and he was away from home for 4 days. We only managed to pick him up yesterday.
How'd you find him?
I had someone, they had saw my thing on Facebook and he had landed on their washing line and they gave him a chip and he immediately was eating it, and so they started searching for lost parrots.
Like a hot chip, or like a potato chip.
A potato chip.
Really?
Oh.
And we had actually picked up another parrot from the vet on Saturday thinking it was our Tommy. And we got him home and gave him a good feed, and then we realised it wasn't Tommy. So
So
we
that's
went-
the dumbass bit.
yeah,
Because I'm
so
thinking,
Yeah, it's kind of cute, isn't it, that you spend $600 on your parrot because
Yeah, that's not dumb.
You think you're going to get it back, but
yeah.
and it's nice that you got the
What'd you do with the other
community
one?
involved. Yeah, what happened to the other one?
We still have him at home.
Oh,
Nice.
good. Thank God that you.
So we went from having 2 parrots to 1 parrot, back to 2, and now we have 3.
All right.
And we've had a couple different people contact me and try and come out and see him, but he hasn't been any of their birds.
And
how do you know if it's their bird? Like, what's the test to see if it's
Well,
real?
they talk.
Well, yeah, some of them talk, like my Tommy. He'll say, "I love you," big boy talking. He'll also tell you some not PG-13 words.
really?
So,
Like F me cartwheels.
yeah.
Who the F are you?
Oh, does Tommy say that? F me cartwheels. F me cartwheels.
Yeah, he will tell you that, but he'll mumble it, so none of the kids pick it up, but all the adults do.
Oh, listen, we're going to ring you one day when we're doing the podcast. I want to get Tommy on as a special
Yeah,
guest.
put the
Oh,
parrot
he
on.
loves his phone calls. He loves his phone calls, so...
Is he around right now?
No, I'm actually in my car waiting to start placement. He's at home.
I wouldn't mind testing Tommy on air. That'd be good to see.
Oh, I'd love to get Tommy on air.
He would love it.
Maybe like, hey, Tommy, say something filthy. Take us to the break.
Yeah. Let's try that later in the week.
So they respond to their owners, obviously. Like, we immediately knew it was Tommy when I went and picked him up yesterday. When he immediately started talking, he had been with these people for like an hour and not spoken one word.
You walked in and he's gone, where the F have you been?
Yeah. It was the I love you, where on earth have you been sort of thing.
I like chips.
Yep. He had a bit of a crumb sausage and a can of Coke on the way home, and then we got him his sunflower seeds when we got home.
A can of Coke.
Bird.
He loves his Coke. All of our parrots, not by choice, but they all know what the can of Coke looks like, and they'll immediately fly over to you and be like, and Tommy will tap you on the cheek with his beak, being like, can I have some? And if you don't respond quick enough, then he'll squawk really loud in your ear. So they have some manners, but yeah.
All right,
This has
Alicia,
been
we're
quite an education.
going to go to the cone so we can pass on her details to Alicia.
Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Now, it must be very hard being a sports person when as soon as you've copped a loss, you've got cameras shoved in your face and you have to bury every single emotion possible and all the anger and all the disappointment. Like, I struggle even on stage when I have a bad gig. If I'm having a bad gig midway through, it's really hard for me to not, like, tell everyone that this is shit.
Really?
Pardon my language. Yeah. Yes. So I would make a very, very, very bad sports person unless I won everything, because I am
In which case you wouldn't be a bad sports person. You'd be an exceptional sports person.
Yes, I would need to be, because I am prone to a dummy spit. I'm a bad sport, basically. Like when I did win Dancing with the Stars, and then Samantha, Jade and Lisa were holding the trophy, finding out who was it, and they turned around, everyone's like blowing them kisses. I gave them the finger.
Did you?
Because I was so cranky. Like, I was really cranky, and they edited out the part. Yeah, and I told the judges that, but they edited that bit out, didn't they? So anyway, but it wasn't live, so. But my point is, I have a favourite tennis player for the reason that she is a bad sport. Sabalenka, Arina Sabalenka has struck again. I remember talking about her dummy spit last time when she didn't win the Australian Open earlier this year. Anyway, the French Open, she's just being beaten in the final again, and she's copying a lot online because this is what she said.
I think it was the worst final I ever played. I was just making unforced errors. Like, I don't know, I have to check the statistics. I think she won the match not because she played incredible, just because I made all of those mistakes from, like, if you look from the outside, kind of like from an easy balls.
That's probably not the best thing to say, to say she didn't win because she played well. Yeah, it's because I suck.
She's kind of sledging her opponent there. Well, she is sledging her opponent there.
But
she's saying also, she only won because I stuffed up.
But she is saying that she stuffed up. Like, I kind of get on that
clip
but to
that
say
she's saying not because she played incredibly.
Yeah, okay.
And the other player came back and said, I don't agree with that, because Arina went on to say, I beat so-and-so quite easily in the preliminaries, and then
if I was the other player, was it the final?
It was Coco Gauff,
it was
like world number 2. So, she's not like she's a.
If I'm Coco Gauff, I'll go, well, okay, we'll see. What happened there is you played crap on the biggest stage, the biggest theatre, in the final, and that's part of being a professional athlete. Is you don't choke, which
Stephen Bradbury, that's the message he sends to everybody as well. You might be faster, but you've got to not stuff up.
Well, the big players don't stuff up in the biggest moments, and that's what it seems like Sabalenka's becoming a little bit. So I don't know. I don't like her. I think she's a bit
I love her because she's got form and it keeps coming out, and I find it very entertaining, because this, for those who missed it, the Australian Open, when she came runner-up again, this is what she said to her team.
Should I say anything to my team? Why are you laughing? As always, that's your fault, guys. I don't want to see you for the next week. I really hate you. No, anyway, thank you so much for everything you're doing for me and blah, blah, blah.
That's funny. That's funny. She's only have a crowd.
It's funny.
Yeah.
And I think she is funny. I just think that she doesn't hide anything. What you see is what you get. And good on her for bringing, because a lot of the players like Federer and that, they're always so cool, calm and collected.
Tennis
I
is
like
quite
to see
robotic,
the passion.
right?
Yeah.
It's very robotic.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
she's
I'll give you
bringing
that.
humanness back into it.
Okay.
Like,
You've
if you
turned me.
get beat-
You've turned me back.
And the whole thing,
There you
full
go.
credit to the opposition and all the rest. She's just going, you know
It's true,
what?
yeah.
I didn't perform well. It wasn't necessarily what she did. I just didn't go good today.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
And, I would have loved her if she had said, Nikki Osborne should have won Dancing with the Stars.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
How far would you go to find love? They'll be stranded on an island with someone they just met. Stranded on Honeymoon Island this June on 7.
Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne's Stranded Stress Test.
Nova.
Geez, that'd sort a relationship out pretty quickly, wouldn't it?
It certainly would.
Like if you get stranded on an island with someone, you're going to be cutting to the chase pretty quick, Wes. Whether or not, you're going to make it as a couple or not. Like within a couple of days, everything will, come to the surface there.
Yeah. That's a
Well,
lot.
you think about it.
You're saying that's the most unbelievable thing about that series Lost is that they were just stranded on this beautiful island in the middle of the ocean. They just didn't all just get it on straight away going, "Well, this could be the end of things."
Oh, or the
Let's
beginning of something. I mean, I look at like a film that had a profound impact on my upbringing.
Yes, I know where you're going.
Was the Brooke Shields one? What is it?
Blue Lagoon.
Oh, Blue Lagoon.
Yep.
Yeah,
well,
right.
I mean, it's very timely with what we're doing here as well.
I thought you were going to say Lord of the Flies.
No, Blue Lagoon. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what
I mean,
you're talking
I would go. I would love to be shipwrecked with
who?
With Brooke
Oh, with
Shields.
Brooke.
Yeah.
I reckon that film.
He
That's,
was nice too, the guy.
Yeah, he was all right.
any parents that want to avoid an awkward conversation with their adolescent kids, just maybe give them Blue Lagoon. I feel like it goes through everything.
Yeah, you found out a lot, didn't you?
Asks a lot of questions, gives a lot of answers.
He's stranded on Honeymoon Island.
You used to
what?
replay it. You got the VHS later night after your parents had gone to
Yeah,
sleep.
like you didn't. But yeah, 13, 24, 10. Now, Kalinda out of Park Ridge. We got you there, Kalinda?
Yeah, I'm here.
This is a hell of a competition here. It's $1,000. You sure, Mitch?
Yeah, mate.
You certain?
Okay, now this is the way that it will work, okay? Imagine that... who's your partner, by the way? You got a partner? You got a special someone?
Yeah, I've got a partner and we've got 4 kids between us.
Okay.
It's my daughter's 3rd birthday this week.
Oh, there you go. Okay, well, listen, $1,000. I really want you to win this, Kalinda. What's your partner's name?
Ashley.
Ashley as well, okay. All right, well, just say you and Ashley are stranded on an island and all of a sudden Ashley's fallen ill. The big dumbass has fallen ill.
Yeah, it could be a woman.
And you've got 2 plants that you can choose from. One of the plants will kill Ashley.
Okay.
But one of the plants will save Ashley.
Right.
Okay, now you've got 5 seconds to decide here. Once I give you the options.
Are these real options?
They're real options, okay? If you get it right, you win $1,000. $1,000, okay? On the week of your daughter's 3rd birthday. This is, come on, let's do it. But if you don't get it right, then we're going to jackpot it. Okay, and you can tune in tomorrow and we'll play for another opportunity where I guess we'll go to $2,000. Is that the way it works?
Goodness.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
They're tough, these ones, because you want everyone to win, obviously. I mean, we don't want anything more than Kalinda to win here, but then there also is a nice part of someone potentially
getting
tomorrow.
getting the jack.
Right.
Now, come on, please get this right. Here's your 2 plants to save Ashley.
Yep.
Red clover or European yew? Red clover or European yew?
European Union.
We'll save Ashley. Is that what you're saying, Ashley?
You want to lock in European yew?
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry, but that's incorrect.
Oh, no.
Ashley.
Oh, my God. Kalinda. I mean, they don't even think about this when they come up with these competitions.
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
the bad
And I
news bear,
felt like
mate.
I was trying to help you.
How?
Red clover or European yew?
I didn't pick that up.
Damn.
It was subtle.
So the red clover would have saved her partner.
Red clover can be used for coughs and colds. It's an excellent detoxifier and a blood cleanser. European U. Mate, Ashley would have
Coliacs, I think.
Ashley would have been dead within a few hours of ingesting that plant that you gave him. The first signs might be a fast heart rate, laboured breathing, and muscle spasms. And that's when you'd be like, oops, I think I gave you the wrong one.
But the good news is you get found 3 hours later by a Fair Star the Fun Ship. And you have a wonderful time. You win money at the casino. You end up dating the magician.
Oh, at least you're laughing. Hey, we're leaving it on a high note. Well done, Kalinda. And don't forget, tomorrow we're playing a game.
And he died doing what he loved.
And it's going to be
choking on a tropical beach.
But you've got to laugh, don't you, Kalinda?
Thank you.
You got through early, easy enough today. Get through again tomorrow. Play it for $2,000. So it might even be working out in your favour.
Sweating, convulsed, in his pants. He did it all.
Oh, come
exactly the way that he wanted to.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
You'd have to be living under a rock to realise that America's boyfriends are fighting online, and that is Trump and Elon, and it is the funniest thing I've ever witnessed.
God, so
and
they're done, aren't they?
Getting pretty personal, isn't it?
Oh, and a little bit.
Didn't take long. I actually thought it was a joke. Like on X, like when they started going at it over the weekend, I thought it was like a parody account. Like I thought, oh, this must be like a parody Trump account and a parody Elon account. But then I worked out pretty quickly. Oh no, they're fully off each other and they're going at it.
Never, ever, ever getting back together. So there are rumours and speculation as to why they've had this bust up. So basically, Trump has launched his budget. Elon doesn't like it. Now, this is the Trumpy Trump version.
Yeah.
So Elon doesn't like that he didn't mandate electric cars as a future plan. And he's saying that Elon had a dummy spit and he told him to leave, and then that exacerbated his dummy spit, and then he ran home, got on his phone with his angry thumbs and said, oh, he's on the Epstein list. Raw. Yeah, then that sat there for a couple of days while everything blew up. Then I have a feeling that Trump might have sent a rather stern legal letter saying, this is defamation, I could put you in the slammer for a very long time.
Yeah.
Then Elon pulled it down, but he'd also said that he wants Trump impeached and that he's going to put the country in debt and all of this. And then Elon has gone out and bought a whole town in Texas and he's going to evict everyone out of it so he can have his own little Elon Texan utopia.
What, did he actually do that?
He has actually done that.
I thought you were joking before.
No, I'm not even joking. It's funny because Mitch was talking about this AI video that someone's put online, which sounds brilliant. Mitch, can you explain it to them?
Yeah, it's full AI. It goes for like a minute and a half, and it just shows Elon taking off to Mars and Donald watching as the rocket sort of leaves the White House, and he becomes president of Mars and colonizes Mars. And there's buildings. It's like a utopia up there, but he's consistently just sad. He's walking through and he's never happy, even though he's become and he's freed Mars. Yeah. And then Trump's back here and he's accomplishing things, but he looks sad. And then all of a sudden, reports come through that President Trump is ill. And it's terminal, and Elon has to come back from Mars, and they sit there holding each other's hands and asking for forgiveness. He's like, "Can you ever forgive me for leaving? I forgive you as soon as you left." And it's just them looking into each other's eyes, like both of them are waiting for the other person to say it's okay to apologise.
Oh wow!
But yeah, full like it's diving into that AI stuff. It looks great, but yeah, the internet has had an absolute field day with this over the weekend.
Yeah, and some of the stuff that Elon's done to Trump, like the Epstein stuff. I mean, you can't put that bullet back in the gun. He's fired it now. I know he took it down, but come on. I mean,
we're talking about it.
Oh, yeah. That's hardcore.
He'll claim insanity.
Yeah. Well, when he first said, I first thought it was one of the first things I read. Sorry, was he goes, "Oh, he wouldn't have won the election without me. Without me, we would have the Democrats would have this in the Senate, and this is how many seats would be taken. Blah blah blah." And I thought, "Oh, that's big," but you can kind of come back from that. But the Epstein thing, like that's different than you said. There's like fresh photos going around, like stuff you cannot
Elon's
take
got
back.
The algorithm.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
So he controls Twitter.
Well. Yeah.
But he's also very, very arrestable unless he goes to Mars. Or if this new town that he's actually bought, Boca Chica Village.
Yeah, they've done that. Previously, that's happened before, hasn't it? Like when they have those little they're their own entity. Usually cults do it.
Yeah, well,
Seriously,
he's got like
it's happened
19
before.
kids or something out there, doesn't he? Hasn't he? He's fathering his own little colony.
Yeah.
He's got like 19 kids to random influencers and things. He's a random unit. And I have a feeling he's partly doing this to distance himself with Trump because he hasn't been polling well in the popularity stakes ever since he formed an allegiance with Trump. Yeah, Musk.
Well, there's a whole Tesla backlash, isn't there? And people...
Yeah, I think this is a bit of a PR stunt gone wrong for him.
Yes.
So it's very interesting to watch. But could you imagine living in a country where this is like, could you imagine Albo and I don't know, who's rich in Australia? I don't know, Murdoch.
Miss Reinhardt or someone?
Nathan Tinkler.
Who is Nathan
And they have a fallout over who's better, the Bunnies or the Knights. You know, it all comes down to rugby league.
Yeah, but
But could you imagine that? It's so bizarre.
And there's just an element of it's just unhingedness that, like, it could, you know, like, where's it going to end up? Like, they're a little bit mad, you know what I mean? Like, and they have all the power.
And Trump's got the red button at his disposal. He can just hit that red button and Musk builds the rockets so he could just send the rocket back to him with his tech and Trump could blow himself up.
Can a president, like, you know how it can get people out of prison, obviously, what do they call it? What do they call it?
Pardon.
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 Yeah. Can he go put him in prison?
Yes.
Could he put Musk in prison tomorrow without?
Yes, on trumped-up charges.
Trumped-up
On
charges.
trumped-up charges. Is that where the name comes from?
Probably.
Like, seriously, can he do that?
But yeah, I think he could.
Yeah, he's fighting fire with fire here.
Just redirect the people who are grabbing all the illegal immigrants from the shops and send them over to...
So we need 300 over to Musk's place now.
Yeah. Go grab
throw
him.
him in Guantanamo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's ugly. It's going to get... I mean, it is ugly.
But it's funny.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Brisbane's iconic Indooroopilly Shopping Centre is your ultimate destination for the latest in winter fashion, pampering and beauty.
Styled by Nikki.
Well, Nikki,
got
what
here?
have you put together here?
I get to do something a little bit girly with our girly listeners. So, basically what we're giving away is a style session with stylist Kate Massey, a shopping spree, makeup at Sephora, hair at Oscar, and lunch at Bobby Q. We're going to do all the girly things, and someone can win this.
How good?
So you got to register on the Nova Player app or at novafm.com.au. And I think this is coming up really soon. When am I doing this? Is this week?
I mean, these are questions you're asking the wrong people.
I
You
should
really
be asking.
shouldn't ask me and Lutzi this.
I've never heard of the bloody thing.
I wasn't aware. What's it called again? Styling by Nikki?
Style by Nikki. So
Style by
people who
Nikki.
need a little TLC and want to up their style game and just have some fun.
well, this
Some
is the
girly
launch.
Fun.
Question, Nikki. Look, you
Yes.
mentioned all those things. The hair, is it hair, makeup? Kate Massey?
Hair.
Yes.
Yep, hair, makeup, styling session, plus shopping. We're going to buy stuff.
So all of this
And-
in the one deal. So you go shopping, you'll do the styling, get your hair done, and then go to lunch, or is it?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. It'll be great. It'll be so much fun. And then...
I'm just looking up
Yeah.
Bobby Q. Looks like it's the ultimate Korean barbecue destination at Indooroopilly Shopping.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Bobby, you see, Bobby Q, not barbecue, Bobby Q.
Like it.
You know what I'm saying?
It's good because you can make sure your meat's properly cooked through. I'm more of a medium well done. I know that's not very de rigueur, but I like my meat cooked.
Yeah, I'm dancing with you on that.
Me too.
That's the one where you can do it yourself, can't you?
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that. That's good.
Yeah.
I think we're doing this on Thursday. It's nothing like a hot beef injection on
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Next
it is.
Thursday
Oh,
week.
see?
Yeah,
Pencil
Thursday
it
week.
into your diary.
Why have I got this in here? Oh, and then I've got it scribbled and then I've moved it. Okay.
It's the 19th
I'm really
of
across
June.
this.
It's the 19th
The
of June.
19th.
Yeah, which is Thursday week.
Why am I always the last to know these things? The 19th. Okay. I'm just
safe for
moving
that
that in my diary to make sure I turn up to my style by
It'd be
Nikki
nice
session.
if you went, wouldn't it?
Well, I wonder if they're going to do me up too. Alicia, do I get done up as well, or do I have to look haggard?
I think
Of course you do.
that's the,
Oh, good.
you
Yay.
you offset the person we're doing up, so it's like before
Yeah, I
and
look like
after.
the tagged photo, whereas they look like the actual photo you post. I hate it when people tag you in Mong photos. I look like such a minger on all my tag pages. It's awful.
What? You reckon the people are only looking at the pictures of themselves, they don't care what you look like, they tag you in it thinking that you'd like it, but you look like a minger.
That's how you know who your true friends are, because they won't do that to you.
Yeah.
And my husband knows he cannot tag me in anything that I have not vetoed.
Yeah.
Because I
We laugh about
really
that
hard.
too. We laugh about that too. That's been a running joke where Joe will say, "Have a look at this," and then you see one of the friends, and they're halfway through a blink or something.
Yeah.
And then Jodie, of course, she did it, and then it was like about 3 weeks later, she put a picture of her up at the beach, where she looked fantastic, and in the background, Archie, who was about 3 at the time, he was in the background. He had his Did he have his noodle out? All of his junk out, yes. completely. Archie wasn't consulted.
That's disgraceful.
In the selecting of
Mum,
do you mind?
Yeah, how about you don't put that out on Front Street?
Well, I won't do that to anyone who comes shopping with me on Thursday. I won't do that. Mind you, I've been guilty in early days of Instagram doing that to some of my friends. In fact, one of my favourite posts, I've taken this really hot selfie of myself. Sorry, tickets. But no, my version of me looking good. And then there's Will just playing in the background as a little toddler. And I said, here's a beautiful photo of my son playing at the beach.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Was his testicles out? No. That's good.
Yeah, no, I can't outdo Jodie. No. She wins. Was that a bolt-ons photo? Actually, no, we're not talking about that. Moving on. Let's go shopping on Thursday the 19th.
Style by Nikki.
The Ash Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Now, I need your assistance on this debate because we are currently we're doing our plans for our house reno because we bought the little brick shit house. Amazing location, but our house is tiny. Like, I don't have a bath. I don't have we can't fit a dining table into our house. We have to eat outside. But we're doing the plans at the moment and we're putting in an extra room. So we've all got our bedrooms and then we're putting in an extra room and I'm arguing fiercely that will be my studio. So it will be built, it'll be soundproofed, it will be set up with backdrops, you name it, properly lit.
Yeah, nice.
And that will be my full-time studio. But then Jeremy's asking the question, but what about the guests? And I said, the guests can go in your little study that you've got at the moment.
What's he studying?
Exactly. He's studying
He
my work.
doesn't study anything. He hasn't got a job, has he?
No, but he does do all the books. And there's a lot of books at the moment because I've got bloody fingers and pies all over the shop. Kitchen bench. No, that's where Will does his study, even though we put in this bespoke, amazing, flashing, all-purpose belt desk for him, little bugger.
Why doesn't Will
Jeremy
do studying in his bedroom?
Well, we've told him he has to now because we spent money on a nice shaker-style desk and cabinetry for him. But my point is, the argument we're having is I'm like, why would you build the house around a guest that you have, like, you know, maybe a few weeks a year they'll occupy that space?
I totally agree with that. Like, I've got 2 spare bedrooms.
Why don't the guests stay at a motel?
Well, exactly. It's actually pointless. I've got 2 rooms I waste. I mean, if I seriously looked at my apartment, I've got 2 bedrooms I never use. One's just full of crap. I could knock a door down the middle, make a cinema if I wanted to.
Or you could put in a green screen and you could do all your socials in there and you could actually set up your own proper podcast and do proper things.
Yes.
But we're still, I feel like as society, we're still stuck in this, we must have a guest room for our guests.
Yes.
And we can't afford to have that space anymore.
No.
We don't have it, and we don't have the time. Usually both people are working and it's hard to host guests. I'm not a very good host.
Who's having that many guests stay over all the time? Come on.
It's the old way of thinking.
If I have guests, and I very rarely have them, it's like, okay, you're on your own. Here's a set of keys. You'll never see me. I'll be doing something completely different. There's limited food in the fridge. Go for your life. That's it.
So you treat your guests like you treat a cat if you had a cat.
I don't even feed them, so
leave your clothes in the corner. My mum will come over and pick them up and present them back to you.
I treat them like a renter. Yeah.
So you agree that it's outdated to have
on. Just on the sheer numbers.
And who wants to do that these days? I mean, who goes to a new city and goes, you know what I might do is I'll sleep in that spare bedroom at someone's house. Like,
No, boomers, because they don't like paying for hotels. Well, Jeremy's parents don't like paying for hotels. They will only stay with people.
Really?
And Mitch, you've got this debate happening as well because you've got your front room and Murphy bed.
You're not
We're
having
talking
guests
about
come over and stay at your place, are you, Mitch?
On a consistent level, but like tomorrow, my in-laws are coming up from.
Yeah, he gets in-laws.
From Victoria, and they're staying for a week. So like there is a bed in there, but like outside of when they come up every couple of months, I've got a desk that is absolutely cluttered, but that's otherwise where I'd be in there, we're just setting up the laptop and I'd, do some work in there or whatnot. But, if we could, and we've looked at making one of those.
And that's not reciprocated, by the way, because I remember when you went over to see Sarah's brother in New York, he had you sleeping on the bloody kitchen floor.
Yeah, but he had
he didn't have a spare bedroom for you guys.
But the in-laws do. They've got a lovely, like a great house with like 3 spare rooms so we can separate the kids, and then we have our own room as well. So like they do, reciprocated, but otherwise, like 3 months at a time, I would love one of those beds that you can put away, the Murphy beds, right?
That's the way forward.
Yeah,
Murphy
but that's
beds.
what you need.
They're expensive to get done.
When I was a kid, like my old man, it was like Maxwell Smart. He had a thing up in Gladstone. He had an office up there, but he also had like a bed that could pull down from the for when he'd sleep in the office,
like a sex swing.
Yeah, if there's that,
I think it probably was.
Except even sexier.
To be perfectly honest, and that was very progressive for Gladstone.
No one had sex swings in
the 1980s.
In the 1980s.
I actually think my dad was leading the way, not just for Gladstone, but for the whole of central Queensland.
Oh, that's funny. Well, anyway, if anyone makes Murphy beds, hit me up.
It's up to
Plug
you.
me on the Insta.
Yep.
Shameless.
Or sex swings, for that matter.
That's for Lutz. Oh, me too. Why not? It's Thursday. It's not. It's Monday.
It's not Thursday.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Name the squad.
Okay.
Not in positions, though.
No, so is it a 20-man squad?
Come on.
The new faces in the team appear to be Kurt in the squad. Kurt Capewell.
Returns. Oh.
Yeah, Kurt Capewell is back. So well done to Kurt Capewell. Corey Horsburgh comes into the squad. Jack Howarth has come into the squad. Ezra Mam has come into the squad as well.
DCE?
No DCE. So it looks like his time in a Maroons jumper has come to a close.
And been sacked.
Also means that we need a new skipper. And it doesn't appear at this point that they've announced who the new skipper is. Well, it all depends. It's must win from here on in, Nikki. So
that's fair.
It's the first time in 30 years, and I was reading that a captain has been dropped mid-series.
Well,
how would you feel? I feel sorry for him. Who was it?
I don't even know if it was a...
30 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember it ever happening before.
I don't even think it was us. It might have even been the Blues. I think it was just 30 years since that's
14B's cricket at Nudgee. It happened to me. Dave Kelly dropped me to the seas.
Yeah, well, I told you that. I ran into Dave Kelly at TSS a couple of years ago. He said he would have dropped you further if he could have, but there was no lower teams to put you to.
There was.
He said you were hopeless.
But there's got to be, that's got to really bugger up your brain a little. Like, how would your mojo be after being dropped after the first game?
I mean, they're pretty tough people. But you're right. It's got to leave a mark, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Back to clubland.
I wonder who's going to be the new captain. It's going to be
who?
Either Tino or Harry Grant, or would they give it to Pat Carrigan? Would they give it to Patty?
Oh, that'd be nice. Someone I know. Yay.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting to see.
Are you putting a line through Munster?
I am. I just don't think Munster is. I mean, look, if they named him captain, I'd be as happy as Larry for him.
But
I just don't know.
He's soothing for debutants and everything. Like he's,
or maybe. But I mean, Harry is the club captain for the Melbourne Storm.
Yeah.
So all I want to know is who's the ref going to be for game 2, because I didn't like the ref of the first game.
No,
he was too penalty heavy for the Blues.
He'll be
I
back.
like the bird at something Sharp. Who's the female?
Belinda Sharp.
I think she
good,
got dropped last
man.
week, didn't she?
What?
Yeah, I dumped her.
But she's good.
No, was that her? I dumped someone last week for a decision.
That's sexist.
I don't know.
I can't remember. I didn't. Yeah,
I'm gonna write a letter.
Write a column about it.
I should write a column about it.
Go on.
I didn't dump her because she had long hair. She made a fowler of a decision, or a howler. What are they called? Howler?
A Mary Fowler.
Mary Fowler. She made a Mary Fowler.
Well, I don't even know what that means. I know
Rhyming
Mary
slang for
Fowler,
a
but I
howler.
don't know what that means. Okay. Okay, gotcha.
Is there any other
But
surprises?
Yeah, get rid of that ref from last week. He was crap. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know what I'm allowed to say.
They can't find. The NRL can't find you for saying that refs are crap. They can find coaches. Is it weird they haven't named any positional things? It's just the just a weird list. Like
Yeah.
it's not even in order. Like Kurt Capewell's the first name. It's alphabetical.
It's going to be a mystery.
Yeah. Is it alphabetical?
Yeah, well, Capewell. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Maybe this is like a publicity stunt where they're not going to actually name the positions until they run out on the field and everyone goes,
When does he have to name 17?
I think the night before you cut it down to that, maybe 19. I think the 17 doesn't have to be named till an hour before kickoff.
So he's just going to leave it open. I mean, you don't bring Kurt Capewell in unless he's getting a start.
What's the
point?
Capewell will be in there somewhere
Why
for sure.
Yeah, why would you bring him into the 22, whatever it is? Like he's,
He's been killing it for the Warriors. He's been going real well, Kurt. And they're like in the backs, forwards, like he's, shaved a few years off his career.
He's a man.
He is.
He's a man.
To the ladies listening who don't know what they're talking about,
that's sexist.
Neither
That's
do
so
I know men that don't know what
There's
we're
so many. There'd be so many men that have no idea what we're talking about at the moment. Either.
Yeah, there would be.
So many women that do.
Oh, that on
Yeah, I know
board.
there's a lot of women that do.
Absolutely on board.
She's backtracking.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, for
Women
those
love
of
rugby
you,
league. So many women love rugby league.
I love watching the
do you
game,
think
but
they
when
should
you
be dress
talk
shopping,
about all
Nikki, do
the...
you? Or would you rather them in the
No,
kitchen?
they should be
Would you
on-
like them in
they
the
should-
kitchen, Nikki?
They should be on their hot girl walk, going and getting their postcards so they can go home and support their men. By the way, this is not... Please don't quote that. I'm taking the piss.
You can be quoted because you said it.
Yes.
Verbatim. You will be quoted for saying that.
I am taking the piss. I don't know why.
They won't write that bit.
Schwarzenegger.
They won't write the taking the piss bit. Yeah.
All I'm saying is when you start talking about positions and 17s
She's
and
triple
all
downing.
of that.
She's
I'm just
triple
like,
downing now.
What? Pat Carrigan's hot.
What are you
Reece
even
Walsh is
talking
hot.
about now? What are you even talking about?
I'm just...
What is she talking about?
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.